language lovers. Today on 6th December, Wednesday 2023, we are going to start our language activities by going through the major names of the Hindu deity. I'm Chintu Raju from Success Garten. Dear language lovers, as we know, this session is purely to generate language awareness by going through the major names of the paper and to see how words have been structured there so that we can use them in our daily communication. We go with the first recite of the day. Mishong makes landfall in Andhra Pradesh, wreaks havoc. We talk about the continuing, the ongoing disaster caused by a Mishong cyclone. Now it has been shifted to Andhra Pradesh region. Mishong is the doer. Mishong makes. We start with a beautiful verb, make, M-A-K, that has got a irregular pattern. Make, made, made, make.
Make.
That A sound is very prominent. Make. It's basically a diphthong. You produce something. Mishong makes. What does it make? Landfall. Where is it happening? In Andhra Pradesh. So Mishong makes. Mishong does make. Does Mishong make? Why does Mishong make? Mishong makes landfall, doesn't it? Landfall is made by Mishong. Wreaks havoc. Now there's a continuation. W-R-E-A-K. That is a beautiful word. Its pronunciation is very tricky.
Wreak.
Wreak. Cause something to happen in a violent way. Wreak. Wreaks havoc. Under beautiful down. H-A-V-O-C. The letter C has got a K hard sound.
Havoc.
Havoc. Beautiful. So confusion, lack of order, especially causing damage or trouble. Wreaks havoc. Mishong wreaks havoc. So that is a very important news item. Now we come to next news item. Congress announces Revanth Reddy as CM of Telangana. Congress announces, the door is Congress. What does it do? It announces A-N-N-O-U-N-C-E. The letter A has got the real A sound. Announces.
Announce.
That OU sound is very prominent. Announce. To make something known. Congress announces. Congress does announce. Congress does not announce. Why does Congress announce? Congress announces Revanth Reddy as CM of Telangana, Chief Minister of Telangana. Bill beams to Revanth Reddy. So that news item has been presented by these words. Congress announces. Now we move to the next item. Global stock take draft calls for phasing out fossil fuels. So we are going to see a very important announcement regarding climate and all. Global stock take. It's basically GST. Global stock take draft call for. When something call for something, what happens? Call for someone. Call for something, to need a particular action, deserve a particular action, call for. It's a phrasal verb.
Call
for phasing out fossil fuels. It's a beautiful rhyming of the sound f here. Phase. When you phase out, what happens? P-H-A-S-E. Phasing out of something. So probably you are changing that. Phase something out, remove or stop using something. Phase out. We have got two phrasal verbs today. Call for, phase out, phasing out fossil fuels. So that is a beautiful rhyming pattern. Phase, fossil, fuel. Okay, this is a phase for a sound level. Phasing out fossil fuels. Global stock take draft calls for. The doer is global stock take draft. What does it do? It calls for what? Calls for phasing out fossil fuels. So stopping the usage of fossil fuel, maybe the need of the hour. So that is a very important observation. COP 28 UAE, Conference of Parties 28. UAE is declaring the phasing out process of fossil fuels. So Berlin News. Now we come to the next item. Glaciers shrunk by 1 meter a year in a decade. WMO, World Meteorological Organization. Comments about glaciers. Glacier is a beautiful word.
Glacier.
Its pronunciation glacier, the large mass of ice. Glacier, the sound is a sound. Glaciers shrunk. Shrunk is the third form of the verb shrink. SHRINK. So shrink has got an irregular pattern.
Shrink.
Shrink, shrank, shrunk. Glaciers shrunk by 1 meter. So basically, so they were thinned. Glaciers were shrunk by 1 meter a year in a decade. So as we know, DECADE. So beautiful word.
Decade.
Decade. That is a decade. Decade represents a period of 10 years. Within a period of 10 years, the glaciers were thinned by approximately 1 meter every year. So that is very important observation. Okay, that must be read in a passive structure. Glaciers are shrunk by. Okay, that's very important point. Now we come to the next item. CPIM census political win in Congress adjournment motion notice in Lok Sabha. So Congress has given adjournment motion notice in Lok Sabha. Adjournment motion is a parliament proceeding where it is to get the attention of the House on a definite matter. So it is probably urgent public importance. Okay, that's very important point. CPIM census. Sense is the verb here. Sense. What does CPM sense? A political win over this issue. CPM sense. SENSE. So a beautiful verb. It can act as a noun also.
Sense.
Sense here it is used as a verb. You sense something. You sense something. You feel the experience. CPM senses. CPM does sense. Does CPM sense? Why does CPM sense? CPM sense a political win. Political win is sensed by CPM. CPM sense doesn't it? All the language properties can be expected here. Now we come to the next item. Rashtriya Rajput Karni Sena chief shot dead. So Rashtriya Rajput Karni Sena chief was shot dead. It is read in a passive structure. Dead. As you know, the word dead is an adjective from the verb die. Dead. Then we come to last item. India meet scale down. Top leaders to gather later. India meet. We are talking about the newly formed political party called India. India meet scaled down. SCALE. When something scales down, what happens? Scale down. So probably it can get reduced or it can get cancelled. Okay, you cancel, call off something. So there is this, when you scale down, different applications can be there. So dear language lovers, this is how we understand words and their grammatical position and the pronunciations. Basically, we got different pronunciations, peculiar pronunciation. For example, the word REK, WREK, the GLACIER, glacier. All the language will have adjournment motion. Different pronunciations must be shrunk, decade. So that is very important. Announce. So when you get a word, we must be careful with the pronunciation. I wish you all the best in your language journey. Have a great day. Thank you very much.